So speaking of leaders, what's it like being teammates with Aaron Rodgers?
It's great. I'll be honest with you. I've not had the best perception of Aaron from what I've seen in the media over the course of my career. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback, but I didn't have a great perception of him just as somebody that I'd like to be around or somebody to become a friend. And getting to know him this year has been awesome. And you can't always judge a book by its cover. I know that's a cliche thing to say, but getting to know Aaron, I'm very fond of him, and I've enjoyed being around him. I've enjoyed getting to know him and asking stuff about his deep woods retreats and medicinal retreats that he's been on, and asking him about his journey and old guys kind of find each other in the locker room a little quicker, and it's just been cool to get to know him and learn from him and be around him. The thing that's really shocked me is how strong he is. He is a strong dude in the weight room, and I was not expecting that. But I guess that's how you keep things going as long as he has.
Yeah, speaking of him, he went out of his way during a podcast to advocate strongly for you to return. Let's watch that clip.
We have last year an incredible kicker and punter, both older guys, which I love. Mm-hmm. But Thomas Morstead was our punter. He had a phenomenal season. He's in his late 30s, but takes care of himself incredibly well. And, was just a weapon for us, with hang time, with inside the 20 punts, inside the 10 punts. I mean, they were like game-changing plays where we had multiple inside the 5 in multiple games. And then Greg Zerloin, our kicker, had a phenomenal year. I think he only missed 2 kicks all year. Wow. He's just a weapon, and he can hit it from anywhere. I mean, he hit it from 60. Every kick is a touchback for us. Those are weapons. So I'd like to see those guys back.
So, Thomas, what did it mean to hear this from your quarterback one?
Not about $5.1 million. Seriously, to have any teammate stand up and say that, especially as, free agency's looming, was really cool of him to do that. I think the team already felt that way. They had already communicated that to me. So there wasn't some sort of, rigid and, non-friendly negotiation. They were very clear, about how they valued me and the things that they valued and their expectation for me to continue doing those things on and off the field. So, I didn't have any doubt about that feeling. But look, anytime a teammate goes out of his way to, push for that, for somebody to be back, it feels great. And, selfishly, he's trying to win a Super Bowl, and he's lost out on chances at Super Bowls because of special teams. If you go look at some of the ways that he's lost playoff games or his teams have. So he knows how important it is. And he wants to make sure that that's at a certain standard and level, just like the offense will be expected and the defense. So it was pretty cool.
Okay, well, you've been in the league for 15 plus years. You've seen a lot of guys, but who are some guys that you were like, I'm just going to kick this out of bounds. I don't even want to deal with that.
I've never believed in doing that. Okay. I'm not saying you don't respect guys. It doesn't mean you don't change how you punt a little bit, but guys, when they start doing things that are drastically different than they normally would otherwise do, you see a lot of mistakes. And so look, to me, you just got to figure out who you're playing, and everybody has weak spots. There's no perfect player, right? Some people have a more difficult time with really high hang times, just securing the ball. Some people, it doesn't matter how high you catch it, they'll catch it in traffic. I mean, I remember playing against Pac-Man, and he didn't have a fair catch for like 6 seasons. So it didn't matter what you did.
Pac-Man Jones?
He was returning the ball regardless. And so you just got to figure out who you're playing, and you can't, it's not about, you just got to hedge your bet. And at the end of the day, I get paid too, and I remember playing against Devin Hester, and a lot of his punt returns that were touchdowns, a lot of them were punts that were right in the middle of the field with bad hang time because guys are trying to change what they do and they're outside their wheelhouse. And so, look, anybody can burn you if you do poorly, and guys that are really good can really burn you if you do poorly. So to me, it just put the pressure on of me being more dialed in to doing what I do. And having said that, I'm a directional guy, heavily directional, and that's why I'm still playing. So, yeah, you just got to have awareness. But I've been burned by guys that you've never heard of because of bad punts. So at the end of the day, you got to perform well. And if your punt team is working in concert with each other, you can have a high level of success no matter who you're playing.
You see that answer, Keyshawn? That's why he can play with me with no problem at all. I fucks with him.
Yeah.
No, I rock with him. He got an attitude. If you were not a specialist, punter, kicker, what position would you try to play? Or would you want to play? See, that's what I'm saying.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
I'm a linebacker stuck in a punter's body. So I've always trained with the linebackers. They've always been my boys. Those guys go out and hunt when I'm punting. Typically, you got backers right across that punt team. And those guys and the offensive line, I've always loved offensive linemen. They play a thankless position. They're grimy. They do the dirty work. And they all have great senses of humor because of that. And I love being around the O-line as well.
So in other words, what you're telling me then, Thomas, is when the punter's in the air, you're not walking toward the sideline to hurry up and pray that somebody make the tackle so you don't have to slide on the ground and try to trip them up. That's what you're telling me.
No, I've never been accused of shying away from a tackle. Now, they don't look pretty, and I probably have the highest injury rate in league history per tackle. But I'm by the time I get down there, if they're not tackled, I'm pretty pissed off because they're ruining my what I'm responsible for, which is flipping the field. So, and very rarely is a punt returner anywhere close to my size. They're typically smaller, faster, shiftier guys. So, I don't give my athleticism much credit. So I don't try to dance with a guy or, give him much space. I'm running fast and trying to hit hard.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find all facts, no breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.